Is your work making you crazy? How do you define crazy? That's a good question. In fact, if you take Psychology 101 or basic psychology in college, it turns out that, ultimately, there is no satisfactory answer. The thing about crazy or mental illness is that it operates on both an objective and subjective level. If you say that mentally unhealthy people are unhappy, well, you'd be surprised because a lot of serial killers, and these are who hunt down and kill people, are perfectly happy. They feel they're content. They feel that their life is perfect. Of course, their happiness is derived from killing, maiming, raping, and otherwise harming people, but they're happy. So you can't define mental illness in subjective terms. There are also objective terms, but they can be slippery as well because when you ask people, okay, you possess these symptoms, are you crazy? Chances are, people are not going to say that they are. Do you see how this works? Regardless, you have to pay attention to what goes on at work. Because if you focus on work to the extent that you allow it to take over your life, then don't be surprised if you become detached from reality at some level or another. This is one of the definitions of being crazy. Because you have lost all sense of balance. And it may have started in the most socially acceptable way. Hey, let's get one thing clear, this article is not anti-work. I'm not saying that people should just be irresponsible. I'm not, in any way, shape or form, advocating that people should just blow off their duties, responsibilities and obligations. You're an adult. You have to put food on the table. You have to take care of yourself. You have to be mature. And part of that process is work. That's how you get your act together. That's how you take care of things. And most importantly, that's how you achieve some sense of meaning in your life. There's a lot of truth to what a lot of philosophers say. You are what you do. To do is to be. But you can take things too far. And this is how work makes us crazy because it starts affecting our definitions. It starts redefining our lives for us. But believe me, your work has its own agenda. It has its own trajectory. It has its own purpose. It has its own meaning. And for you to somehow, some way, think that that agenda, meaning, trajectory and purpose are what gives you purpose, is going to be a problem. It can give you part of your purpose, but not all of it. You cannot give all to any one aspect of your life. You lose balance when you do that. You lose perspective. And ultimately, you lose yourself. This is how work makes you crazy. It is time to reboot. The good news is that there is a quick and fairly easy way to get some sort of mental reboot. If you feel that your life has turned into some sort of existential cancer that has crept into all areas of your life, it doesn't have to be that way. It really all boils down to what you choose to think about and how you choose to define yourself. You are not your work. You are not your failures. You are not your sins. You are not your shortcomings. You're worth more. You are more. You are yourself. And if you are serious about exploring the power of yourself to set things aright, click the link in the description. This solution is a solution you yourself control. No psychiatrists, no psychologists, no institute of experts calling the shots. Just you. No drugs or chemicals either. This is 100% natural. And most importantly, it traces back thousands of years. Thousands of people, in so many different ages, have used this to get that reboot that enabled them to get out from under the social, mental and spiritual cancer that surrounded them. If it can free them, it can free you. Click the link in the description.